Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to show you a quick overview of an app. With the help of that app, we are going to perform CURD operation on the Firebase database. Okay, so initially in the first video, I will show you how to actually put the data in the Firebase real-time database. And here you can see this, I have set some data and how to set the ID, and also I will show you how to set the rules so that we can access these data in our application. After that, I'm going to show you how to actually fetch this data into my app. So my app is app-based, so I'm going to open it, and here it's open. And here you can see this. Initially, the data is Garima, and its Garima is visible over here. The code says PDEC and garima@gmail.com, the email ID. And here you can see this. Every data is being fetched. We have total of 6 and 1, 2, 3. That is total of 9 records. And if we count, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, total of 9. And I will also show you how to actually set this image view that will be the circular image view inside this one. Here you can see this, every image is circular. Okay. And after following this, we are going to add a search box over here. With the help of this search box, we can actually fetch the detail of any particular user with the help of Rohit. If I type R, only R, then the name starting with R will be visible over here, and I'm also going to show you how to actually search by name or by course or by email ID. You can change it according to your need. After that, I will show you how to perform the edit and delete operation. When I click on edit, it will actually ask me to edit the record. So Anamika, and I can change the name to Anamika Kumari and something like this. If I update, and here you can see this, Anamika Kumari is updated. If I move back to the Firebase database and search for this Anamika, let me search for this. And here you can see this, Anamika Kumari is updated in our Firebase real-time database. So I'm going to show you how exactly this works and how to add this update pop-up over here. Now move back and change it to the previous one. And finally, I'm also going to show you, here you can see this Anamika is added. And I'm also going to show you how to perform this delete operation. When I click on delete, deleted data cannot be undo. And here we have two options, that is cancel and delete. If I click on delete, the data will be deleted, and if I click on cancel, the data will be still in the same way as it is. And in the last video, I'm going to show you how to actually add this one, that is the floating action button to add the data. Click on plus and it will open an activity like this, and here you can add a new data like ABC, course will be BTech, and abc@gmail.com, and inside this one you have to put any image from the Google. So I'm going to search for an image, maybe. Okay, so I'm going to use this. So copy this one and copy the image link and move back over here in the app and just long press it and paste it like this and save. Now the data is inserted successfully and every field is cleared. And now I'm also going to show you how to clear this field. When I click on the save button, and after saving the data, one toast is being shown over here that data is saved successful. If there is any error, the toast will be different, that error while inserting the data. If I click on back and if I check for ABC, now the new data must be added. Here you can see this ABC and the image is what we have copied the link. And I'm going to delete this. If I click on delete, data deleted cannot be undo. If I click on cancel, cancelled is visible in the toast. And if I click on delete, and the ABC is deleted. Now if I try to search for ABC, nothing is visible over here. If I try to search for Anamika, yeah, this one is visible. If I search for Tom, yeah, Tom is also visible. So I'm going to show you how to perform these all operation in detail. So just stay tuned, subscribe and share with your friends and keep watching. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. From this video onwards, I'm going to make a video series on CURD operation on real-time database Firebase. So before performing the CURD operation, first we need a database with some data so that we can perform operations on that data. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to actually create the database and how to set or store some data into that database and how to set rules so that we can actually access and update the data in our real-time database. So here you can see this. This is the data which I have previously created. But in this video, I'm going to start from the scratch. So go to the Google, and here first thing what you have to do is you have to sign in with any email ID you have. So I have signed in. After that, what I have to do is I have to search for Firebase, search for this, and here you can see this. The first one is Firebase, or the second one. You can click on any, just click select one. After that, what you have to do is once you log in, you have to just click on this go to console. Just select that. If you have never created any project in this one, then you have only this one add project. I've created previously 3 other projects. That's why it's showing these all stuff. So I'm going to click on this add new. Here you have to give some name. So I'm going to name this one test project like this. Click on continue. You have to name anything. Continue. And I'm going to just disable this because for now I don't need these stuff. And you have to just simply click on create project. It will take few seconds and it will create the project. So it's being created. So throughout this CURD operation, I'm going to use a real-time database. And what is actually this real-time database? Let me just explain you. Click on continue and it will open this stuff. And here you can see this test project is here, and here we have real-time database. So when I click on this, it will open up. It I look like this one. And here we have the option create database. Before creating database, let me explain you a bit about what is this real-time database. So Firebase real-time database data is stored as JSON objects. This is not a relational database. It doesn't store the data in the form of tables, rows, and columns. It simply stores the data in the JSON format. So you can search on Google what is exactly the JSON format is. You can think of the database as a cloud-hosted JSON tree. There are no tables or records. When you add data to a JSON, it actually added to a JSON tree. It becomes a node in the existing JSON structure with an associated key. I will explain this. Don't worry, don't be confused. Just follow us. So when I click on this create database, it will show like this. You have to select the United States by default, this one. No need to make any changes. Click on next. Select this one, not this. Start in test mode. We don't need that. Start in log mode. Click on enable. Now it will take few seconds. And here you go. Now you will see an interface like this. Here you can see this. First we have to make some changes in the rules. So click on this rule. By default, you cannot read the data from this one and you cannot modify it. Here you can see this read and write is false. So what we have to do is just click on this edit, go over there, delete this one, true, change this one to true and this one also to true, like this, and click on publish. Now the rule is changed. Now you can actually access it, modify it, and other stuff you can perform. Okay, so I've changed the rule. Now move back over here to the data, and here first thing what we have to do is we have to just click on this plus sign because it stores the data in the JSON format. So click on this one, and first you have to mention the tables. Suppose you mentions in the relational database we have some table names, so that's why there is one root name. So I'm going to name this one teachers, and I'm going to click on plus, and here not this plus this time, we have to select this one. Under this teacher there will be some ID, as I have told you that we have to, this structure is associated with an ID, so there will be unique ID. So P1 will be the teacher ID and this plus, not this time this one. Click on this one, and here will be the name of the teacher, the key value pair. This is the key and the value. So name will be anything, you can put the name J, and now again other values like email, this one, and I'm going to name something. Email will be j@gmail.com. Will be another thing, email, and a professor of something courses, course maybe we take CSE and any subject. And after this, image URL, suppose the teacher URL. So p URL, and from where I'm going to fetch the image. So let me search for any Google it. Google any image and move back over here. Just use any image. I'm going to use this one. Not exactly. Okay. So we can use any image without. Okay, so I'm going to use this one. Right click on this and I'm going to use copy image link and I'm going to paste it over this, and you have to just click on add. And here you can see this, we have P1 with course, email, name, TURL like this one. You can add other record inside this one by clicking the plus sign. Again, you have to add P2, then plus inside this one, and the same. You have to make sure that you put these IDs same. Okay, so course will be BTech and CSE. Again, email something p@gmail.com. Then name will be something Puja plus and TURL. I'm going to put the same image over here and click on add. And here you can see this T1 and T2. So by this way, we can actually add the data into this database. There is real-time database. This is a JSON tree, and here we have IDs for this particular record, these particular record. This is key value pairs, and there is different ID for this one. And this is a root that is teachers. In the same way, I'm going to use this one, not this one actually, this one, the students. So you have to create a table, a JSON file like this, and you have to modify the rules. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually fetch these data and show into the recycler view in Android Studio. So stay tuned, subscribe and share with your friends. That's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and share. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I've already shown you how to create real-time database in Firebase and how to set the rules for that. So if you have not watched my previous video, then just go to description. There I put the link to my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay, so here you can see this, I've already set some data into this real-time database. Every these stuff I have already shown in the previous video. So first watch that, and after that continue watching this one. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect this Firebase database with the Android APK, and how to fetch this data, and also how to fetch this image and show into the Android app. Let me just show you what exactly I'm going to show you in this video. So I've started this, my emulator is already on, so my app is open. So you can see this, we have fetched the data from the database, and the image is fetched from the different links which I have stored in this one. Because it's a different link, Rahul, Pooja, Saurav, Sameer, Anamika, Rohit. There are 6 records, and if we check in our app, we have exactly 6. Rahul for BTech EC, here you can see this. It is being matched abc@gmail.com, and if we modify it, the data over here will be also modified. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to exactly fetch these data and show into this recycler view. For that, just move back to this one. And first thing, I'm going to create a new project so that you start with you take a fresh start and understand everything. So I'm going to click on new project, select the empty activity, click on next and set some name. So my name is Fbase video. Fbase means Firebase, and I've selected the API 28, that is Android 9.0 Py, and language is Java. So just click on finish. This will create a new project. And this creation totally depends on your system configuration, how much fast it will be done. Okay, so mine is taking a little bit of time. Okay, so now everything is ready. Okay, so first thing what we have to do is we have to just click on this tool. First thing we have to connect our app with the Firebase database. So I'm going to show you how to do that. For that, just click on this tools, click on Firebase. Make sure your system is connected with the internet while you're performing any task in the Android, because so many times it downloads something from the internet, and if it can't able to download, then it's going to show the exception. So make sure whenever you are working with Android, your system is connected with the internet. So now you have to just click on this real-time database. Click on this. Get started with the real-time database. Click on this one. Connect to Firebase. Click on this, and this will open up your Firebase console. You have to log in with your account in which we have created the project. So in previous video, I have created this one, but I'm going to use this Fbase because I have stored the data in the Fbase. That doesn't make any difference. So click on this one and it will start connecting. It will take few seconds for sure. You have to just click on this connect. Your Android Studio project is connected with your Firebase Android app. Now move back over here, Fbase video, click on this. This will actually add dependency into your Gradle. So click on this, and here you can see this Gradle build importing. Yeah, now our stuff is added. Next thing what we have to do is just move back over here, close this one, we don't need this, and over here open the project which you have created, that is Fbase for me. Just click on this, and here you have to, whatever name you have given, just click on that, and after that just click on this one, click on the settings, and here we find two projects, because the same database is connected with the other app as well. That is, the other project is Fbase. Let me just show you this one. Fbase is connected with this one, and for now I have connected with this Fbase video. So just click on this and click on this one, Google underscore JSON dot Google dash JSON services.json. Just click on this. It will download a file. Here you can see this. Just save this. Move back over here. Copy this. Minimize this one. Move back to the project. Click on this, right click and paste it. With this paste, yeah, there we go. You can change the name. I'm going to change this one to Google and dash services.json and click on refactor and overwrite. Yeah, now we have this. Now our project is connected with the Firebase database. Okay, so you may not find that file which you have added right now. When you click on this, select project, extend this, and now here you can find this. Let me just, yeah, here Google services.json. So now this one is added in our project. This is very important file. Without this, you can't able to transfer the data over there. Okay. So next thing what we have to do is we have to add some dependency into this Gradle build.gradle. So just double click on this and move back over here. Some dependencies are added while we have connected this, like Firebase database, and these stuff are added. So we are going to use few dependencies. These are, let me just open this, Firebase UI real-time database. For that we have to add the dependency, this one. Okay, com.firebase UI database, and another is circle image, and another is glide library. We are going to use this glide library here. You can read this. Glide support fetching and decoding and displaying video and images and animation in GIF. We are going to show the image. So without glide, this is not possible to show the image. So I'm going to add a dependency for this one, this dependency. Okay. So what I did is I have put all the dependency in one place in my notepad, and I'm going to just copy these all, and I'm going to put this in the Android. So this one, and I'm going to just make some space for that. And I've also used recyclerview, CURD view to create the CURD view is to actually create the each item view for the recycler view. Okay, so I guess Firebase 2 time I have added. So let me remove one. I'm going to remove this one. Okay, so Firebase UI Yeah, everything is ready. Now you can also pause the video and write it manually, or you can search it one by one and just click on this sync now. It will take few seconds, download all the dependencies, and now my stuff is ready. Next thing, what we have to do is, now our dependency is added. So next thing what we have to do is, I'm going to provide the link for these all three URLs so that you can add the dependency from here in the description of this video. So just check out that. Okay, so next thing, we have to move to the manifest and just double click on this. And here we have to add the internet access, give the internet permission to this app, because this is going to fetch the data from the Firebase without internet. That's not possible. So for that, you have to just write user permission. Android name is Android permission dot internet, like this. Now you have to just save this and close this. Next thing, what we have to do is, we have to move over here. So let me just minimize this one. Go to resources, layout, and first thing we have to add a recycle view. So let me just get rid of this one and move back over here. Search for recycler view. Here you can see this. Just drag and drop it over here and just click on this to constrain these from all sides, because if you don't constrain it, it will show an error. Click on the split, and we have to set some ID for this one. So I'm going to set the ID. So ID will be RV, that is recycler view. So now this recycler view has some ID. Now move back to the main activity, and here we have to register this. So recycler view, like this one. Next thing, recycler view is equal to, we have to typecast this. Recycler view, find view by ID, r dot id dot, and we have put the ID RV. After this, what we have to do is, we have to just write recycler view dot set layout manager, and inside this one we have to set new linear layout manager, and we have to write this. Okay, so for now the task for this one is done. Next thing what we have to do is, we have to create a model class. Model class is nothing but which type of data you are going to fetch. We are going to fetch the 4 data from our Firebase. So let me just show you. That is course, email, name, and URL. So we have to create the model for according to these data. So move back over here and just right click on this, click on new, select Java class, and here we have to write, I'm going to name this one main model, and just hit enter. And inside this one, we have to just create 4 variables: string, and one is name, another is course, and another is email, and another is SURL. Okay, so make sure these names are exactly same as this one, that is course, email, name, SURL. Order can change, but the name, NAME, course, COURSE, email, EMAIL, SURL, name are same. After this, what we have to do is, we have to just click on Alt and Insert, and we have to just select the getter and setters and select all by pressing the serial key and click on OK. This will create the getter and setters. And after this, we have to again press the serial and insert key. Alt and insert, and if you just click on constructor, just click on OK. Now our constructor is also ready. And one more thing, what we have to do is, we have to just create a one zero auth constructor that is for Firebase. So we need that. So you have to just write like this. Okay. So now our model class is ready. Here you can see this. We have the getter and setters, and we have the constructor with the arguments, and one default constructor with 0 arguments. So let me just close this. After this, we have to just create a new item so that we can see. Let me just show you. Here inside this one, this is a recycler view, and here we have one item. That is, there are different items with the same type of items with different data. So this is one item in the recycler view. This is another item in the recycler view. This is another view in the recycler view. This is another view in the recycler. So we have to create one view inside the recycler view. For that, just move to the layout. Just right click on this. Select new layout resource file. Select this one. I'm going to name this one name underscore item and click on OK, and this will create a view like this. I'm going to click on split and I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use card view for this one. So just change this one to card view. Card view will get card view, this one. Okay, so let me just move this a little bit. Wrap content, height will be wrap content. Change this one to wrap content. I have to set few more properties for this one. That is card corners. Corner radius will be 6 dB and elevation will be 6 dB. And after this we have card use compact padding. Just change this one to true. Now everything is ready for this one. Okay, so now we have to add few items at this one because we need one circle image and 3 text boxes to show the data. So all this data will be put inside the relative layout, and this will be match parent for width and wrap content for this one, height. And we have to set the padding. So padding will be of 15 dB like this. And inside this relative layout, we have to put the circle image view first. So I'm going to put the circle. So we have added the dependency for this one. So that's why it's showing on the top. If you can't able to see this, it means that you haven't added the dependency. So add that dependency. Just double click on this and this will ask for the height and width. So I'm going to set the 80 dB and the height will be 80 dB like this. After this, I have to set the source for this to check the default image. So I'm going to set this one. Yeah, here you can see this. The image is visible over here. And I'm going to set the layout center vertical. Let's go center vertical and change this one to true. And I have to set the ID for this one, ID img1, and I have to set the civic border width 2 dB, and I have to set the border color hashtag FF like this, and finally close this one. So now our image view is ready to show the image. We have set the ID also. Next thing, we have to put one text now. That is with the name. So I'm going to put that text view, and this one will be match parent and wrap content. Okay, so it will be ID for this one, that is txt name or name text. After this, I'm going to set some text for now. So that will be student name. I'm going to set the text style, that is bold. After this, I'm going to set the text size 25 sp, and text color will be black. So for that, either you can set as 000 or you can set simply text color black. So layout is the relative layout, so we can set where exactly this needs to be. Right off ID img1. So now here you can see this is on the right of this one. and I have to set some margin for this one. So margin left will be 10 dB like this. Yeah, this one is looking nice. After this, we have to set the for one more for the another, that is email ID and course. So I'm going to just copy and paste it once again, and I'm going to change the ID for this one. This will be course text, and this will be course name, 25 SP, not bold. This will be normal, so I'm going to just delete this, and this will be not write off. This is write off image, and you have to set this one below, layout below @ID, and ID will be name text like this. Yeah, this one is looking nice. The margin will be 10 dB. Now again, we have to copy this once again and paste it over here, and we have to change this one to course text, from course text to email text, and this will be email ID, and this will be below course text like this. Now this one is looking nice, and our view is ready. Now our menu item is ready. So now we have to just set this into the recycler view, and we have to show the data. Okay. So for that, we have to create the adapter class. So move back over here, right click on this, click on this Java class, and select main. I'm going to name this one main adapter. Click on enter. After this, what we have to do is, now our adapter is ready. So next thing we have to write over here, extends Firebase recycler adapter, and before we do anything, we have to create the view holder class. So I'm going to name this one class my view holder. This will extends recycler view dot view holder like this one, and inside this one we have to register the circle image view, and it will be img, and we have 3 text view. One is name, another is course, another is email, and now we have to actually just click on this, create constructor matching super my builder class. Now this type of stuff will be created, and inside this one we have to register this img first. Img is equal to, we have to typecast this to circle image view, then we have to find that view from item view dot find view by id r.id.img1 like this, and after this we have to set the name. So name is equal to, and this is a text view, and again from item view dot find view by id r.id. text name like this. Then we have course is equal to text view item view dot find view by id r.id. course text. Finally we have email is equal to text view item view dot find view by id r.id. email text like this one. After this, what we have to do is, we have to just move back over here, just click on this, and we have to write like this. Our model class, main model, you can name whatever you have set the model name. So main model dot main adapter, and we have to fetch the my view holder like this one. After this, just click on this and implement methods. Select all these two, Click on OK, and now two methods that we have over here. And again, if you click on this, create a constructor matching super, just click on this one and this will create a constructor over here. This one. Okay. So now our constructor is also ready and we have two methods. Again, now first thing what we have to do is we have to just move back over here in the view holder on create, and here we have to bind this view, that is main item, with the recycler view inside this one. So just click enter over here and we have to write view is equal to layout inflator dot from, and where we have to get this parent view group. Here you can see this view group, the parent is over here, so parent dot get context, and outside this one dot inflate r dot layout dot, and our item name, that is I have given this main item, and we have to put comma parent, we have to pass these stuff, and finally the false like this attached to it, and finally we have to return this view. So I'm going to just replace this with new my view holder, and we have to pass this view. Now move back to this on bind view holder, and here we have to write few lines of code. So we have to write like this. We have to use this holder, that is a my view type. So I'm going to use this holder dot name dot set text, and we have to set the text that is from the model dot get name. In the same way we have to set for other. So holder dot codes dot set text, and so this one we have to write model dot get codes. Finally we have to write this holder dot email dot set text model dot get email, like this one. And finally we have to use the glide library. So glide, I've just added the dependency for that, so I can use this glide dot width, and here we have to use this holder dot img. I'm going to set the image, so img dot get context, and so this one I have to load this dot load model dot get surl. We have set the name surl, and after this dot placeholder, I'm going to use this r dot tribal. If there is no image, so I can use this anything, COMMON underscore Google sign in button. I can use for default, I can use this, and circle crop it will be, and if any error occur, then again I want to see something. So r dot tribal dot common sign in button icon dot normal. Okay, so if there is anything error occurs, if it can't able to load the image, so it will show the image, this one, this image. You can see small g over here, so it will show like that. If that shows in your system, then there must be some error. You have to see it or search it on Google, and just into holder.img. So now that's it. So now we have set the image, and we have did all the binding. We have created the constructor, default constructor. So now our adapter class is ready. Finally, what we have to do is we have to move back to our main activity. So move back over here, and here we have set the recycler view. So we have to actually put some code over here to actually fetch the data from the recycler. So fetch the data from the Firebase and show that to the recycler view. So for that, I've already provided the link for this one. So for that, just click on this real-time database, and you have to just go down here and you have to copy this code. That is Firebase recycler option chat. This chat is nothing but this is the model class where you have to pass the model class. So just copy this and move back over here and just make some space and paste it. And in the chat, what we have to do is we have to just change this one to our model class is main model, so we have to change this one to main model, and we have to actually just enter import class, and we also have to import class for this one, alt enter. Okay, so we don't have this query. Okay, not an issue, we don't need that. Set in the place of query, we have to write like this: Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child, and we have to pass the database name. Sorry, so move back over here, and here you can see this one. This name you have to pass over there, that is students. So I'm going to write students over here, the double quotes. Make sure the spelling that word is right, and change this one to main model. Our stuff is main model also, we have to change it over here. So main model. Now our error is gone, we don't have any error. And finally, we have to write a few more lines, that is main adapter. Okay, so we don't have created the adapter variable over here, so I'm going to create one. Main adapter, like this one. Okay, so main adapter, and we have to write like new main adapter, and inside this one we have to pass the options, this variable from here. And finally we have to connect to the recyclerview dot set adapter. We have to set the adapter, and this is main adapter. Okay, so now the stuff is ready. I guess I missed something in the dependency, so actually I have to add two more line of code. So I'm going to add this. We have to paste this outside this after closing this bracket. Okay, sync now, and move back to the main activity, and here we go. So now our code is ready, everything is set and done. So let's start this, and let's check if this one is working or not. So open this is F-base. This time it should be F-base video, and the data will be same. You can see this F-base video, and let's see. Okay, so let me close these two once again, and let's check. Open this once again. So there must be some issue. Let's check that. Okay, so what's the issue? Add default root. Okay, let me just check that if my internet is working or not. Yeah, my internet is working. We said in our error opening. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to put some more line of code. We have to just enter alt insert, and we have to override some methods, that is on start, and we have to override this on stop. Select these two and click on OK. And on start, what we have to do is we have to perform some operation, that is start listening. So super dot on start main adapter dot start listening, and on this one we have to write main adapter dot stop listening, like this. Now start this, and now check this if this one is working or not. Just open, yeah, here you can see this F-base video. Let me just close this and restart this one. F-base video. Okay, here you can see this is working, and now data is being fetched from the database, and it's showing over here. So now move back over here, and where is my database? And here you can see this. I'm just going to change this abc@gmail.com to rahul@gmail.com. Let's check this if this one is updated or not. If I hit enter and move back over here, you can see this rahul@gmail.com. So now we are literally be sure that this data is being fetched, and shown over here. So this is app-based video. Here you can see this, and another app is app-based video. So both are different and working very fine. Okay. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how to search in data instead of this one. And after that, I'm going to show you how to edit, update, and delete the data from this Android app with the data inside this one. So till then, subscribe, share with your friends. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I've already shown you how to fetch the data from the Firebase database and show that in the recycler view. Here you can see this, the data is being shown in the recycler view. So if you have not watched that video, then just go to description, there I put the link for my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of your screen. Okay, so in this video, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to implement a search box over here so that we can search any student by name. So I've implemented that in the F-base, so let me show that. Here you can see this is F-base, the data is being fetched, and here we have this one. If I want to search for Rohit, then if I type like this, then Rohit is visible. For R, two names are there. If I cut this, no one is visible. Sorry, everything is visible when this search box is clear. Okay, so let's start implementing this one. So let me minimize this first. Okay, so this is our F-base video. Inside this one, nothing is implemented for now. Here you can see this. There is no search box. This is where we left in the last video. So let's start with that. First thing what we have to do is we have to add one folder inside this package. So click on new, select the directory, and I'm going to name this one menu. Hit enter. Inside this menu, I'm going to add new menu resource file. Click on this, and I'm going to name this one search. And click on OK. This will add a file like this. Click on split, and here you find the code. So here we have to write some line of codes. So that will be the item. And item, I'm going to set the ID for this one, search. After this, I have to set some icon. So before we set the icon, we have to actually create a layout drawable for this one. So right click, click on new, drawable resource file, not drawable resource file actually. Right click on new, vector asset, click on this one, type here, search, click on this one, click on OK, and change the name something which you like. So I'm going to change this one to search underscore icon, and click on next and click on finish. And here you can see this for search icon, the code is already added inside this one. So let me close this, search.xml, and here we have to set the icon. So icon will be drawable search icon, this one. After this, we have to set the title for this. So I'm going to set the title search, and I'm going to show as action, and you can set if room always means that search box will be visible over here, and if room, if there are so many options over here, then if there is space, then only this will be visible. So I want to show, if I select this never, so always this will be under this three dots. Okay, I will change it and I will show you. Action view class, you have to search for that. Here we have, and widget search view, and we have to convert this into Android X. So we have to just write app like this one. We have to remove this Android part. Okay, so now like this, I have show as action. I have did never for now. I'm going to change this later. Okay, so after this, now our designing part for this one is ready. So next thing what we have to do is we have to move to the main class, main activity. For now, if I start this one, let's see what it will show. So for now, it's not showing anything over here. So let me just minimize this, and we have to put add few line of code over here. So first thing, we have to override one method, that is for that alt insert, and here we have to override a method. We have to search for on create option menu. Click on enter, and here you can see this on create option menu is over here. So here we have to just write few more line of code, that is get menu inflator dot inflate, and we have to inflate with the id. So r.id dot search, we have to set the id for this one is not this one, yeah, search. Here you can see this, so we have to write that search, and where we have this in menu. Okay, so why this is showing an error, let me just check that. Source file inflate. Okay, it's not r.id, it's r.menu. Okay, so now this is fine. After this, we have to create object of menu item, this one, and item is equal to menu dot find item, and inside this one we have to pass the id. So r.id dot search, and after this we have to create a search view. Search view is equal to, and we have to typecast into search view and item dot get action view, like this. And finally we have to create set on query text listener. For that we have to apply that on search view dot set on query listener, and now new search view, and when you type this you will find this first one on query text listener in the bracket curly braces. Just double click on this, and this will write this few line of code for you. That is two methods over there, and inside these two methods we have to create, we have to actually write something before we write anything inside this one. First we have to create one method. So I'm going to create one method, so private void, and I'm going to name this method txt search, and inside this one this will take one variable string str. This is our method, and inside this one we have to actually copy this code. This code actually being fetched, this is being actually fetching the data from the Firebase database, and which we are using to show into the recycler view. So I'm going to take that code from there. And finally, what we have to do is we have to actually change few lines of code over here. So after this child and student, we have to write dot order by child, and we have to pass the column name. So we are going to actually search by name. So I have to write some names. Okay, so minimize this part and start at str dot end at str plus, and we have to write like this. This is the end character, so we have to put some character over there. Okay, so order by child and start, this is a str. Whatever text being passed from here will be, according to that, data will be fetched. Okay, so we have to make some changes over here. So that will be, we'll do Firebase recyclerview. Everything is fine. We don't need to make any changes. Okay, so here we have to write main adapter is equal to new main adapter, and inside this one we have to pass the options, this one. Okay, after this we have to set start listening, main adapter start listening recyclerview. We have to set the adapter inside this one. So main adapter, again we have to set this. Now our method is ready. After this, what we have to do is we have to just simply call the method inside this one. Okay, so inside this one txt search, and we have to pass the query, this query, and again I'm going to copy this and move back over here, paste it over here. It will show an error. I'm going to change this one and query. Okay, so now everything is ready. So let's check this if this one is working or not. So start this, and here we go. Here you can see this. There are three dots. When I click on this, then the search appears. So when I click on this one, okay, this is not cool. So move back over here. always change this one to always and search here because it is done not directly magnifies glasses here. So we start it again. If I click on this, now here we have this. So if I search for Rahul, this is R. If I type like this, A, this is Anamika, and we can actually change this according to if we want to search by email ID. So you have to just move back over here and change this one. Just change this one to email and now restart and search by email like RA, yeah, ABC. There is no ABC. BCD is there, yeah. BCD. Here you can see this. BCD is an email, so we are actually able to find it by the email ID. You can change accordingly as per your need. So I'm going to leave it as name. Okay. So what actually I'm going to show over here is what this is. Show as action. If I set it to always, so it will be always over here like this one. If I change this one to never, or if room collapse action view. Okay. So if set this with text and let's start this and let's see how actually this one look like. Now here we have the search. If I click on this, this is not working. I will check that out once again. But if I change this one to always and if room, so there is a space for this one. So it will be available over here. You can see this. Okay. So I have shown you how actually this function when we change this one, the available option. We have to change this available option. You can check for the other as well. So I'm going to set this always for now and just start this. And this one is working fine. So that's it for the video, guys. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to edit and update the data from Android, and the data will be edited and updated and deleted as well in the Firebase real-time database. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I've already shown you how to add the search bar over here. When I click on this, a text field opens and here we can type anything to search. So I'm going to search for Rohit. So here you can see this, when I type RO, it shows the complete detail of that. So in previous video, I've shown you how to implement this. If you have not watched that video, then just go to description. There I put the link for my previous video, or you can simply do one thing. Just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to add, edit, and delete button for every item in the recycler view. When I click on this, in this one, I've already implemented that part. Here you can see this, I have slightly changed the color for this one. Here I can delete the record, I can edit the record. When I click on edit, a new pop-up is here. We can update the data like this. Here you can see this, Rahul Kumar, and click on update, and here you can see this, now this is Rahul Kumar. If I close this application and if I reopen it, and still you will find that the name is Rahul Kumar. Even I go back to this one, that is Firebase video on which we are working. So here you can see this. Here the name is also updated because both app is fetching the data from the same Firebase database. Okay, so it means that update is working, and I'm not going to delete any data for now. I will add one dummy data, and after that I will delete that one. Okay, so I'm going to start this how to implement. So first thing what we have to do is we have to add this edit and delete button for this in this menu items. In previous videos, I've created this menu item. So you have to go through all the videos and complete the task till here at least. Over here. After this, we are going to proceed with that one. Okay. So I'm going to add edit and delete button into this one. So let me minimize this one for now. So move back to this menu item. Just double click on this. And here you can see this. Till now we have this. We don't have any button inside this one. Here you can see this, we have only student name, course name, email ID, and one image. So I'm going to add one linear view inside this one. Inside this relative layout, I'm going to add one linear view. Sorry, linear layout actually. linear layout, and the height and width will be match parent and wrap content. And after this, I'm going to set the orientation, and that will be horizontal. Not like this, you have to close like this one. Okay. And we have to set this linear layout. You can see this linear layout is in the top of this card view. So what we have to do is we have to set this below this email ID, or whether this email ID or below this image. So let me try both. Layout underscore below, and ID for the image will be something, ID in img1. Oh, not this one is not good. I'm going to set this below email text, and this is good. And inside this linear layout, we have to add two buttons. So I'm going to add two buttons. So that will be button, and height and width will be 173 dp. Width and height will be wrap content. I'm going to set the text for this one. That will be something approx. No, this is the text, right? So I'm going to set this one. First one is edit, and after this, we have to, here you can see this. Every text is in the capital format, so I don't want. I've written it only E in capital, and remaining is in small, but it still is showing in capital. So for that, we have to write text all caps and make this one false. Now you can see this. Now it is in the same format. And after this, we have to set the layout margin. That will be the right margin. I'm going to set this one 5 dp, and I'm going to set the ID for this one. ID, I'm going to set BEN edit, like this one. Now for this button, the task is done. I'm going to copy this once again and paste it below. Okay, first thing we have to change the name, that is the ID. I'm going to change this one to delete, and change the text also to delete. This time we don't need the right margin, we need the left margin, like this. Here in the center you can see the spaces, right? Okay, so next thing what here you can observe that the image is now below this button. I don't need that. For that, what we have to do is we have to actually delete this one, layout center vertical true. Just delete this, and here you can see this is on the correct place. Okay, don't worry about the color, I will change the color later. Okay, so now the design is ready. If I start this, and let's check if our design is ready or not. Okay, this is Fbase and Fbase video. Here you can see this. For now, the button is added. It means that this is working, but we can't perform any operation because we haven't set anything on the click listener of this button or this one. Okay, so next thing what we have to do is we have to start designing the pop-up which is being opened when we click on the edit button. Okay, so first we are going to code for this edit. Here you can see this, when I click on this edit, a pop-up will be here. For that, we have to start with this. Okay, so first thing what I have to do is I have to add one dependency into this build.gradle. So double click on this and just go to site, not this one, this is my Firebase. So you have to go over here, https://github.com, and whatever this is, you have to use dialog plus. Okay, so I'm going to provide this link in the description of this video. Okay, we have to go below over here and just copy this line, minimize this, move back over here and paste it, and just click on sync. Make sure your system is connected with the internet. Okay, so now this is synced right now. So we have to use this dialog plus. This makes our stuff really easy to view a pop-up. Okay, so move back over here. Let me just close this because we don't need now. We have set the ID for these. So let me close this. Move back over here. So first thing what I have to do is, in this app you can see that for the text box there is some boundary, some color, and the corner is curved, right? So we have to set that. We have to create one drawable file for that to set this one. Okay, so for that, let me just create one. Just click on this drawable, right click on new, drawable source file, and just name this one. I'm going to name this one rounded. Hit enter, and here we go. Inside this one, we have to set some rules, some stuff like solid. This will be after this Android, and we have to set the color. So I'm going to set this one hash and 6 time F, just slash. You can change the color. This is really white, and we have to set the stroke. And we have to set the width. I'm going to set the width 1 dp. And Android color will be, this is the color of the border at 2F6699. You can change according to your requirement. Okay, and I'm going to set the corners. And radius, this actually describes how much curve you want in the corners. Okay, so I'm going to set this one 10 dp. Just save it. Not just change this one selector to shape, and now you can see the shape. If I change this one to like 35, you can see the corner is more curved now. With the help of this radius, we can set the curve of the corners. So I'm going to set the 10 minimum. You can see this, the color, you can change the color by clicking on this and selecting the different color composition, but I'm going to just use this one. Just save it and close it. Next thing what we have to do is we have to create one more stuff that is nothing but that pop-up. So for that, just click on layout, right click on this, new, layout resource file. I'm going to name this one update underscore pop-up. Click on OK, and it will create a design like this, the empty one. Just go to split, and here we have to start with the changing first this constraint layout to linear layout. Linear layout and orientation will be vertical because we are going to put the the fields and text field, text view one another below. Okay, so I'm going to set the orientation to vertical. Next thing, I'm going to start the controls inside this one. First, you must have observed that we have, when you click on this, here we have update details. So we have to create this view, this one. So I'm going to create one view over here. So that will be text view, and the width will be match parent, height will be 50 dp, and text will be update details. After this, the background, we have created one, no, not one. I'm going to set the color that is purple 500. Okay, and after this, text size will be 25 dp so that it needs to be visible. Gravity will be center, and text color will be white. I'm going to write the code for that, FFF. Yeah, here we see this is white. Now close this. Now I've created one text view. Next thing, we have to create two more, one text view and another text field, right? Edit text. So I'm going to create one more. Text view. This will be match parent, and this will be wrap content. Gravity will be center, and after this, text size will be 20 SP, and layout margin top, I'm going to set this one to 5 dB, and margin top and bottom will be also 5 dB, and finally I'm going to set the text, and this will be the name, the first one, and here you can see this, we have the name over here. Okay, so after this we need one edit text, so I'm going to add that. Edit text and width will be match parent, height will be 35 dB. I'm going to set this, and I have to set some margin, so I'm going to set the margin left to 10 dB and margin right to 10 dB, and I have to set some rounded corners which we have created earlier, so 10 dB like this. Okay, so background will be at the red drawable, rounded, and here you can observe now we have something, right? Rounded corners. Here you can see this. We have the rounded corners. After this, I have to set the gravity to center. It means that whenever any text we start typing inside, this one will be in the center of the screen. So I'm going to write the center, and I'm going to set the ID for this one. So ID at the red ID will be txt name for the first one, and just close it. After this, I'm going to copy this 4 times to save our time a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? It's it's 5 times. Okay, 4. Yeah. So now what we have to do is we have to start changing the names only. So first name, and after that we have course, and I'm going to name this one txt course. Below this one, below course, we have email ID, and I'm going to name this one txt email. Below this one, we have this is name actually. By mistake I have changed this one. First one is name, and this is txt name. Second one is first one is txt name, second one is course, and ID is txt course. Below this one we have email ID, so change this one to email ID and txt email. After this we have profile URL. Okay, so for this one I'm going to name this image URL and change this one to txt image URL like this. Now we have done with the text fields. Now we need to add one button, that is will be the update button, right? So for that we have to write like this, button, and this will be match parent and height will be wrap content. After this we need to set text, that will be update, right? After this we need to set some margin from the left top as well, left right first. So margin left will be 25 dB, margin right will be 25 dB, and we need also some margin from the top, so margin top will be 10 dB. That's looking nice. Okay, after this we have set the text, and we have to set the text size. Text size will be 21 dB. This is looking nice. Text all caps, we need to make that false. After this, we have to set the background. So background will be add the red drawable rounded, and gravity will be center. After this, we have to set the ID for this button. So ID, and it will be btn update. Now our design is ready. Next thing what we have to do is, I have shown that we have changed the color for this design. Okay, for now here you can see this. For this one, the design, the color pattern is different for this top and this one, and as well as buttons. So I want to change the color first. So for that, we have to go inside this one, values, and double click on colors. You may don't see this interface like this one. You may see the primary color and the secondary color, something like this. Not to worry, you can select the color from here, and in the same way you have to change the color code over here. So I'm going to change this one to hash 0DA89E, and the second one, that is purple 700, I'm going to change this one to 006 double it B, and now save it, and now start it once again, and you will find that the color for our F-base video is changed now. And here you can see this in the F-base video. Now when I click on this, nothing happens, but the color is changed. Okay, so now we move towards implementing these edit and update buttons. For that, we have to just go back inside this one, that is the main adapter. We don't need to change anything inside these two. Just move back over here, and here we have this already. These code are written in my previous video, so if you have not watched that, I will recommend you to watch that videos. So below here, you have to go to this my view holder class. Inside this one, we have only accessed these image, name, course, email, but now we have added two more stuff, that is buttons. So I'm going to link that, access that buttons also. So these are buttons, so we have to write buttons, and this is btn edit, and the another one is btn delete, like this. Below here we have to access also. So btn edit is equal to, and we have to typecast this to button, and we have to use item view to access it by id, item view dot find view by id r dot id dot btn edit, like this. btn delete, again typecast to button. After this, we have to type item view dot find view by id r dot id dot btn delete, like this. Now the task till here is done. Next thing what we have to do is we have to move back to our onBind view holder inside this one, and here we have to do the remaining task. So first thing what we have to do is move back over here and make some space. First thing, we have to bind that the view which we have created, that is update pop-up which we have created, we have to bind that with the edit button. For that, what we have to do is we have to just move back over here and use the holder. Here you can see this, by using this holder, we can, my view holder, we can actually access and set all the values to those text fields and any stuff, other stuff. So by using this, we can actually perform the edit operation for a particular item in the recycler view. Okay, so holder.btn edit, I can access it. You can see it right now, and we have to set on click listener new view on click listener. When you type capital V, you will find this first one. Just double click on that, and it will implement a method for you. Here you have to simply write, I'm going to use this dialog plus. For that, I have already added the dependency inside this one. Here you can see this dialog plus dependency is added, and my app is also synced. So if you are facing any issue while syncing the application, you must make sure that your system is connected with internet. Okay, if for the first time, if your system is not connected with internet, then you have to just close the application and restart, and then try again to sync it. Okay, so here I have to use final, and I have to use dialog plus, dialog plus and dialog plus dot new dialog, and inside this one we have to type holder dot img dot get context dot set content holder new view holder. Inside this one we have to pass that layout, so r.layout dot update popup. After this we have to type set expanded, and inside this one we have to pass the true, and the second thing is the value, how much size for that one, the popup, and just finally type create. That's it. And now what we have to do is we have to show this for the first time without. What I want for now is when I click on that edit button, this one, when I click on this edit button, now I just want this pop-up needs to be open without any data. For that, I have to simply write dialog plus dot show. Now restart the application, move back over here, and here you can see this. When I click on this, now the pop-up is here. The height, that is 1200, we have set that 1200 from below to here. You can see this is 1200. If you change this value, this will be more or less according to the changed value. Okay, so now what I want is when I click on edit, the data for that particular person will be fetched from the Firebase and shown over here. And when I click on update, it needs to be updated. Okay, so minimize it, and now let me just comment this one out. Now move back over here and we have to create one view. So view is equal to dialog plus dot get holder view. Now we have view over here. First thing, we have to access all the text fields inside this one. Here you can see when I click on this, we have text fields and we have set the name, txt post, txt email, txt image URL. So I'm going to access these. So minimize this. With the help of view, we can do that. Edit text name is equal to view dot find view by id r dot id dot txt name, like this. After this we have edit text and we have course is equal to view dot find view by id r dot id dot txt course. Edit text and we have email is equal to view find view by id r dot id dot email txt email. After this we have edit text and we have surl, that is student url is equal to view dot find view by id r dot id dot txt image url, like this. After this we have accessed all the text fields. Now we have to access the button, that is the update button. So for that button, ptn update is equal to view dot find view by id r dot id dot ptn update, like this one. And now when I click on that button, before clicking on that button, we have to actually extract the values and set that value into the particular text fields. When I click on the edit, the data for that particular student needs to be fetched and set into that dialog box. Okay, so for that I have to set like this, name dot set text model. This is the model class, this one, that is main model. Inside the main model, with the help of that, we already have the access with the main model. Here you can see this. And with the help of this, we can actually there is a predefined, we have defined some getter and setters. With the help of that, we can actually access the values. So dot get name, and after this course dot set text model dot get course. After this we have email dot set text model dot get email. After this we have surl dot set text model dot get surl, like this. Now we have to just show this pop-up. So dialog plus dot show. Now let me restart it and let's check if the data is filled again or not this time. Previously the data is empty. When I click on this, yeah, here you can see this is Rahul Kumar, PDEC, image, sorry, the email ID, URL and everything is here. When I click on this, nothing happens. When I click on back, this is closed. When I click on Puja, yeah, the name is visible and the data is being changed. Here you can see this is Anamika, PDEC CAC, anamika@gmail.com, yeah. The data is being fetched and being shown over there. Next thing what we have to do is we have to perform the click operation on the update. So for that, we just minimize this, move back over here and just make some space. Now we have to just perform the operation, that is btn update dot set on click listener view one, sorry, not this one, view on click listener like this. Here we have to create a map of the object because this map is actually passed when we update the data. So first I'm going to create one map object. So map, this will be the value of string and second parameter is object like this. I'm going to name this one map new hash map like this one. And we have to put the value. So map dot put in the key value pairs, the value is being stored. So first there is name. Make sure this is same as which is in your Firebase database. So here you can see this. Move back over here. We have course, email, name, yes, URL. So we have to put the same. Okay. So we are working with this one. Name dot get text dot string. We are actually extracting the values from the text fields. When we click on update, we have to re-extract the values from the text fields. Might be users change the values. So map dot put, and this time we have to use course dot get text dot string like this. Map dot put, this time we have to write email dot get text dot string. Map dot put inside the email. Next is SURL dot get text dot string. Now we need an instance of Firebase database. For that we have to write Firebase database. For this we have already added the dependency in our previous videos, so we can directly access this. So Firebase dot get instance dot get reference dot child. So in the child we have to actually pass this value. This is the student, the root value. This is students in my case. If you have changed this value, then you have to write the same one. So I'm going to write students like this. Now we have to just write child and send this one get ref, and we have to pass the position from where I get this position. Inside this on bind view order we have position. Okay, so move back over here. The position is, now we need to get the value. So dot get key, and now dot update children, and we have here you can see this is the update children. When I write sorry, let me just undo it, space update children, inside here you can see this, it's asking for one map, so I have to pass the map inside this one. Now the value is added inside this, and now we have to check that if the data is successfully added or not. For that we have to write dot add on success listener and new on success listener like this one. When you click on enter, a predefined method, it will override a method on success, and here we have to actually create a toast which will show data is successfully added and that dialog will be dismissed. Okay, so I'm going to create toast, and here it will find for some context. So I'm going to get it from holder dot name dot get context, and inside the text I'm going to pass updated successfully, data updated successfully, data updated successfully. And here we have to and just put dot add on failure listener new view on click. No, not this one. New on failure listener, like this. We have to copy this again. This toast, I'm going to copy this toast and paste it over here. And I'm going to change this one to error while updating. Okay. So this toast will be visible whenever we update, and if there is update will be successful, then data updates successfully, and if there is any error, then it will show not updated successfully. Okay, so here it's showing some sort of error. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just remove this part. Now this is good, and here I have to add. So we need to actually close the dialog also. So dialog plus dot dismiss. Why I put this dialog plus dot dismiss? Let me just comment this, and let me put one comma over here, semicolon. Now start this and let's check if this works or not. Edit. So click on this edit, and I'm going to change this one to Rahul for now, and just click on update, and here you can see the data updated successfully, but this pop-up is still open. So if you want to close it when I click on this update after showing the toast message, then you have to write this dialog plus dot dismiss. I have just commented this line, that's why it's not hidden. We have to manually minimize this. If I click on back, whole application is closed. This is a very bad way. So I have to just uncomment this and just move back over here. And this time I'm going to edit it, change this one to K, update it, and here you can see the data updated successfully, and this is minimized. The same way we have to add over here. If there is failure, so we need to just show the message and dismiss. After this, what I have to do is I have to code for this delete button. So update is working fine. Here you can see this. Even Rahul K, we can check this with the Firebase. Here you can see this, we have Rahul K now. Okay, so minimize this and move back over here. Below here, we have to now start for delete button. So folder.btn delete dot set on click listener new view on click listener, and here we have to start with the coding. So first we have to create an alert dialog box. So whenever you must have seen a pop-up something like, let me just show you. Okay, so alert dialog and alert dialog dot builder is equal to new alert dialog builder. So this one we have to pass the folder dot name dot get context. We got the context, and we have to set some title for that dialog box. So builder dot set title, and the set title, I'm just going to ask the user, are you sure you want to delete? Are you sure? Yeah, that's it. And final description dot set message. I'm going to show some message to the user. Deleted data can't we undo. It means that it's a final warning. If you delete the data, you cannot undo or regain that data. Okay. After this, we have to set builder dot set positive button, and this will be delete. I'm going to name this one delete. And we have to set new dialog interface on click listener. When we click on delete, what we want to perform the operation, and when you click on cancel, I need two buttons. So one is for delete and one is for cancel. So negative button, and I'm going to name this one cancel. New dialog interface. Yeah, now this is ready. And after this, I have to show this builder.show, because without this you can't show that alert dialog box. Okay, so when I click on delete, I have to delete the data, and if I click on this cancel, nothing needs to be happen. I just want to show the toast. So I guess I have copied the toast. Yeah, I have it. So I don't need it to be like magic. So I'm going to write like this toast. And here we have to get the context. So for that, I'm going to use a holder.name.getContext, and the text is cancelled. That's it. Now let's start. For delete, I have not written any code right now. So move back over here, click on delete, and here you can see that is show deleted data can't be undo. If I click on cancel, that builder is closed, and if I click on delete, for now nothing happens because I haven't written any code inside this one. So I'm going to write some code over here to delete that data. So Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child. Inside this one we have to write student root dot child get reference. Now we are going to access the ID. Over here, you can see this. Under this students, we have separate IDs, S1, S2, S3, S4, S5, and S6. There are different IDs. So with the help of this ID, we can delete a particular record because these are unique for each record. This is one record, this is second record, this is third record, and we have to access this one. So how do we access that? For that, we have to write, now we have accessed this students. Below this, we have to write dot child dot get reference, and we have to pass the position. So position dot get key. When you write this, now we have access to that S1, S2, and whatever the data whenever we click on that. We have to just write remove value. Now this code is fine. Now move back over here. I'm going to add a dummy data. So just click on this plus S7 and finally plus this one. So course will be MBA. Just click on this, email something abc@gmail.com plus, and name will be abc, and SURL. I'm going to just leave it null for now. Click on add, and S7 is added. Now move back to the app and let's check. Here you can see this S7 ABC MBA. When I click on edit, here you can see this image URL is null. So this G is being visible because for the error we have set the Gmail icon over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy the image from this Rohit, and I'm going to paste it inside this another one. So select all, just keep on clicking, copy, minimize this, back, move back over here, edit this, paste it, click on update, and when you click on update, now you can see that ABC is also having the same image which Rohit have. So now when I click on delete, it will ask for, are you sure you want to delete? If I cancel, nothing happens. Cancel is shown over here. If I click on this delete and click on delete, and here you can see this now, this record is not gone. Ooh, why this happens? You just close this, open this once again, and move back over here. Okay, we must have missed something. So students, the position dot get value get key, remove value, everything is fine. Let me check. This is not working because we are passing this position where it is. Let me just, yeah, here we go. We are passing this position in the inner class because this is an inner class. That's why we cannot pass the value directly from outer class value, we cannot pass directly to the inner class. For that, to pass that value and work correctly, we have to make that variable final. So what we have to do is just move back over here to the top, on by view holder, and we have to make this one final. And now restart the app and let's check this. Here we have ABC. We can actually make changes, ABC Kumar, like this, and click on update. This is being updated. Here you can see this ABC Kumar is here. When I click on delete, cancel, yeah, cancelled. This is working fine. Delete and click on delete. Yeah, the record is deleted, and move back over here in the Firebase. You can see this only S6 is over there. If I click on this and click on update, data updated successfully is over here. We are not getting any error. So that's fine. Everything is working now. Delete. We can actually update the data, and we can also perform the delete operation. So that's it for this video, guys. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to actually add the data in the Firebase through the application. Till now, we have added data manually over here, but the next video, I'm going to show you how to do that from the application. So stay tuned, subscribe, and share with your friends. Thanks for watching. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In previous video, I've already shown you how to add edit and delete button in the recycler view and how to perform operations when I click on this edit button and when I click on this delete button. So if you have not watched my previous video, you can just go to description. There I put the link to my previous video, or you can simply do one thing, just click on the suggestion on the right side of the screen. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to show you how to add this floating action button over here, and when I click on this, a new activity is opened, and how to perform the save operation in the Firebase. So suppose if I'm going to add a new data over here, so I'm going to add a Tom, and he's in BTech, and the email ID is tom@gmail.com, and I'm going to take one image, right click and just copy image link, click on this, and here you can see this one. Now I don't have any Tom, so I'm going to add one Tom over here. So for that, to actually paste in this one, just long press, same as we do in our cell phone, and paste it, save, and here you can see this new data is added. This is not this one, this one. So I'm going to show you how exactly we perform this operation. Now move back and we will find we have Tom over here. Now the image is fetched and it's being shown. We can perform the edit operation as well, and we can delete this record as well. So without wasting time, let's start with this. So we are working on this F-based video, and inside this one, here we can see we don't have any floating action button. So first thing what we have to do is we have to add one view, that is one activity actually. So I'm going to add one activity in this one. Let me close this and minimize, stop this. Okay. So first we have to add one activity which will be opened when we click on that floating action button. So go to activity, select empty activity, click on this, and I'm going to name this one add activity. Click on finish. This will add a new activity, a new class, and a new XML file layout over here. Here you can see this. We have new. Okay, so we don't need to perform any operation on this one for now. Let me close everything, close all. Okay, after this I have to add one drawable file. I'm going to add one vector asset. Click on this and click on this one and search for add. Select this, click on OK, and just change this one to add underscore new. Click on next and finish. The new XML is added for this plus. After this, move back to this one, that is activity main, because in the main activity we have to add one floating action button. So move back over here on the palette and search for floating action button. Just click on this, drag and drop it over here. Next thing what we have to do is we have added a new XML, that is add new. Here you can see this. Just select this and click on OK, and now we have this. Now just drag like this. We have to constrain this on the all four side, and we have to bring this on place like this. Wherever you want to place, just place it. Now here you can observe that this floating action button have some default color. So I want to change this one to red or orange. So I'm going to set this background tint, and I'm going to set the color code, that is hash FF8400. And now here you can observe the color is changed. Okay, wait for a minute. Move back over here. It's black right now. Oh, sorry, I missed the hash. So it's hash. Yeah. Now you can see that this is orange and it's looking nice. But when we start this and we observe that we don't have this floating action button in the app. It's being started. Oh, okay. Now we have it. When we click on this, nothing happens. Okay, so we need to move this one a little bit on the right side. Okay, so now we have to register this in our main activity. So move back over here in the main activity, and here we have to type floating action button, floating action button like this, and we have to set the quick listener on that. So for that we have to move over here, floating action button dot set on click listener, new view on click listener. And inside this one, what we have to do is we have to open this activity underscore add whenever we click on that plus, that is floating action button. Okay, so for that what we have to do is we have to just write a one line of code that is nothing but start activity, not activities, start activity. Make sure you write this one. And after this, new intent get application context dot comma, and we have to name the add activity dot class like this. Now start this and let's check if something happens now when we click on this floating action button. Okay, so it's having some issue. Actually, we haven't registered this floating action button. So floating action button dot, not dot, is equal to floating action button find view by id r dot id dot floating action button like this. Okay, so the id for this floating action button is by default set whenever we drag and drop it. Let me just show you that in the main activity main, when I click on this and go to split code, here you can see this floating action button id is by default set inside this one. We haven't set the id, but it's set for this one. Okay, now if we start this, now our app is started. When I click on this, it's open a new activity with the empty because we haven't added anything in the add activity underscore add. So now I'm going to add text fields and other stuff into this one, but I'm going to copy the code from this. In the previous video, we have created update pop-up, and I'm going to copy all from this and move back over here in the activity underscore add and just select all and paste it. Now we have this. Okay, so I'm going to make changes inside this one according to our need. Okay, so first thing what I'm going to change is I'm going to change this one, the name for this. I'm going to change this one to update details to add new record. And after that, I'm going to change few properties of this one. I'm going to change the top margin. So margin top will be now 15. We have to set same for everyone. Just 15. Click on email ID. It will open that code 15, and in the same image URL, you have to set the margin top 15. Now we have to increase the size of these text fields so that these look nice actually. So for the edit text field height for this one will be 45 for now, and we have to set 45 for everyone, every text field actually. Change this one to 45 and this one also to 45. Okay, now move back over here. Now we have to add one back button as well, because we have to change this one to btn add and change this one to save like this, and we have to add one more button. So I'm going to copy this once again and paste it and change this one to back btn back like this, and width will be, I'm going to change the width to 200 dB. On this one, height, this is height, right? So width will be 200 dB like this, and I don't need this background. I need the background tilt, and that will be hash ef6fb5. This is the color that is red or orange a little bit, and gravity will be center, layout gravity is center, and here you can see this, we have this in the center, and that's fine. That's all what we need to start this. And let's check if these same seen or not when we click on this. When I click on this, yeah, we have. When I click on this, nothing happens for now. So I'm going to add controls now to these buttons and everything. Okay, so move back over here. Let me minimize this one. Now we don't need to actually change the IDs for these, because this is txt name, this is txt course, this is txt email, and this is txt image URL, this is txt add btn add and btn back. Okay, so now we have to move back over here to the add activity. Just double click on this and we move back over here. Inside this one, what we have to do is we have to first register all the edit text and the buttons. So for that, edit text, and first one is name, course, email, and SURL. After this, we have buttons. So button, btn add, alt and enter, and btn back like this, and we have to typecast it, edit text, and we have to search by find view by id r.id dot, and we have set the name txt name like this. After this, we have course. Again, we have to do the same. Find view by id r.id dot txt course. After this, we have email, edit text, find view by id r.id dot txt email. After this, we have SURL, that is student URL, student image URL. r.id.txt image URL like this. And we have to register two more stuff, that is btn add and btn back. Btn add dot, not dot, is equal to, this is a button, so button and find UID r.id.btn add. After this, we have one more button, that is btn back is equal to button find view by id r.id.btn back. When we do something like this, we actually create a connection between our code and actual XML file. Okay, so we are referring to this btn add into the XML file, and this will refer back to our this with name. We can actually set this name different. I just said just to identify easily the same one. Okay, you can set this different. You can just set it like this back. That will be fine. It's showing error because we have not declared this variable of back. If I delete like this, yeah, this will work fine. Okay, so not an issue. Now what we have to do is we have to create a click listener on the both of these buttons. So btn add dot set on click listener, new view on click listener, this one, and one more on the btn back dot set on click listener view on click listener. And when I click on the back, I just want to finish. So now let's check if this back button works or not. So when I click on this one, it actually starts up our app, that is app-based video. Just to start this and click on back, and here you can see this, we move back to our recycler view or the dashboard, whatever we can say. Click on this and here you can see this. Okay. So now move back, and now we have to code for this one. I'm going to add one method. So that method will be private and it will return nothing, and I'm going to name this insert data like this. And inside this one, first thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to fetch the data from all the text field inside this add activity add inside this one, and save into a variable, store into a variable, and then set into a map, and then pass that value to the Firebase so that the data get inserted. Okay, so first thing I'm going to create a map object. So map inside this one, first thing will be string and object like this. Map is equal to new map, like not like this. This will be new hash map. And now we have to put all the values from the text fields. So sorry, edit text. Okay, so map dot put inside this one we have to pass a name, that is name, and name dot get text dot and convert that to string. The same way we have to do for others. So map dot put, and this will be course. This will be course dot get text dot to string. If you are worried that from where I get these name and courses, these are nothing but these names. I'm accessing the value from these edit text, right? Okay, so next thing we have is map dot put. We have email dot get text dot to string, then map dot put. We have surl, and we have surl dot get text dot to string. Now the map is ready. Next thing what we have to do is we have to get the reference of the Firebase database. For that we have to just write like this: Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference dot child, and inside this child we have to pass this name, this one, students. If you name this something else, then you have to pass that value. These are auto-generated key. Previously we have typed manually, that is S1, S2, S3 and S4 in the previous video, in the first video I guess, yeah. And this time when we insert a new record, either we can put this name also or we can auto-generate it. So this is auto-generated, that's why it's showing like this. Okay, so we are going to use the auto-generated part. So students, we have to write like this, and we have to just call one method, that is push, and this will simply push the data, insert the data by automatically generating a key into the Firebase database. Okay, now we have the reference. Now we have to just set the value, and we have to pass the map. After this, we have to show the user what we actually the data is added successfully or it failed due to some reason like internet issue, another issue. So we have to add on success listener, and inside this one we have to just new on success listener. Inside this one we have to simply create a toast, create a new toast, and inside this one I'm going to write data inserted successfully, and after this dot add on failure listener, new on failure listener. And in this one I want to show some message. Okay, so remove this part, and just close this with a semicolon, and I'm going to create a toast. Inside this one, we have to show some message if there is something wrong. So error while insertion, like this. Now let's check if this one is working or not, and we have to call this method where when we click on this btn add. So insert data. That's it. Just start this and let's check if this one is working or not. So click on this, move back over here, and I'm going to add Jerry. Courses Jerry is doing MBA. Jerry@gmail.com, and we have to search one image. I'm going to copy this. Right click, copy image URL, minimize this, long press, paste, minimize this and save. Data inserted successfully. But what I want is when the data is inserted successfully, I want to clear these all fields because this is looking not that much nice to have the previously added data. So when I want click on save, all data needs to be cleared and we are ready for the fresh data entry. If I click on back, and here we can see this, we have Jerry over here and the image is looking. And when I click on this, yeah, this is clear. But I want exactly same when I click on this save button. For that, what we have to do is we have to add one more method, that is private void clear all. I'm going to just name this method, and inside this one we have to clear all the text fields. So name dot set text and just set the empty. In the same way we have to do for the remaining. So set text empty. Course email dot set text null. After this email we have to set the surl dot set text null, and just call this method where whenever we click on this add button. After insert data, I want to call this clear all method, like this. If I restart it, let's check if this time this is working or not. So I'm going to delete this Jerry. Delete. After this, I'm going to write again Jerry. The course will be MBA. Jerry@gmail.com. And I'm going to add the same image which I have previously copied. So paste it and just save it. This time here you can see the data inserted successfully and all the fields are clear. If I click on back, now we have this Jerry and we can update as well. So now this is working. So finally we have completed all the CURD operation. We have created, updated, deleted, and we have read the data from the database. So that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then please hit the like button and subscribe and share with your friends. And once again, thanks for watching and stay tuned with our channel.